Hi, beautiful people. Happy Valentine's Day, guys. Today is the day of love. Just celebrating love. I love celebrating anything, Call me for any party, any celebration, I'm in. Well, half the time. But in the spirit of love, I asked you guys to ask me anything when it came to my love life because some of y'all nosy, Y'all want to know what's happening in my life. And I, like the good person that I am, of course, I want to share with you guys because I want you to know me better. So I picked 10 questions from the questions that you guys asked me. Thank you for those who sent in those questions. And yeah, hopefully after this, you guys will know me a little more and get to know a little bit more about why I am the way I am and why my love life is the way it is. So yes, question number one. Is there a baby daddy? No, guys, I do not have a baby daddy. I do not have children. I mean, I have like my friends' babies are my babies. My little cousins are my babies. Those are my babies. I'm the cool auntie who's always drinking like wine or a cocktail. Unapologetically, by the way. um a lot of people right now, if you're dating, a lot of the people that you meet are like they have children, both men and women, and it's interesting because there's a lot of people right now who have kids and then they're looking for someone and it's just complicated. And yeah, which brings me to question number two. Do you believe sex before marriage ruins your chances of a good relationship post-wedding? Someone else asked that. As obviously I want to hear your thoughts on sex before marriage. Guys, even for me, I wish I waited. I wish now when I look back, I wish I waited because I complicated my life so much by having sex with people who I knew were not going to be my husband. Okay, at the time when you're in this relationship, you thought you were going to be in your husband, you thought you were going to actually end up together. But I think that's why we should wait, because like marriage is the ultimate commitment, and somebody like has committed to you, and that person goes in front of God, in front of your family, in front of their family and friends, and they say that I want this person for the rest of my life. And so by the time you're having sex with that person, this person is committed to you and they love you, and chances of you getting hurt are significantly less than those people who are just out there having casual sex or just hooking up with people. Like, I believe so. I believe that for me, sex complicated my life. It brought a lot of heartache, and I wish I waited. When I talk to my friends who did wait and who are still waiting, like, I just realized that for me, I went through so much heartbreak. Like, I was crying and they were there looking at me like, oh man, like, dang, like, how can you be heartbroken for 2 years? Be heartbroken for 2 years because I shared my body with this person, I shared my soul with this person for no, like, it's sex is the ultimate like bond, man. And it's horrible that these days we're just having sex with anybody for just like, it's like scratching an itch, you know what I mean? It's not taken as seriously as it should be. And so a lot of people are out here tying their souls with random people that they don't know. People are having sex with people that they don't even know their names, like, and then you have soul ties with this person that you don't even know their name, you don't know where they're from, you don't know what their life is about. And so I think that sex before marriage is not a good idea. Honestly, it is overrated and it's not a good idea. And I know there's so many questions that come with it. You know what I mean? Um, what if it's not good? What if, all those things you discover. But at the end of the day, if you haven't had sex before marriage, if you're not watching pornography and all that, you really have nothing to compare to. You guys get to learn each other and you get to know what makes you, gets you there. But now you live your life always comparing, like, oh, you remember how this person did what this person did, but like, it's a lot. It's a lot. So for me, I wish I waited. So, and I wish that those people who I do know, I always encourage them. Like, when I talk to them, I always tell them, like, guys, like, believe me, it's overrated. Like, you're not missing out on anything. You're not. So yeah, that one is serious. Okay. Another one is, have you been in a toxic relationship? If so, what advice would you give someone? Oh, toxic relationship. As honestly, we can call them situationships. Yes, I have been in many toxic relationships and in situationships, because for the longest time I was attracted to dysfunction. Like, I legit, if a guy rejected me, that is when I was more attracted to him. And of course, there are moments that I found myself like going crazy, going crazy over someone just because, like, they didn't want me, and that was horrible. And it took a lot of time. It took a lot of this me being single, being alone, healing, introspecting, praying. It took a lot of self-reflection for me to get to a point that I realized that, okay, you know what, like, this is ridiculous. You can't be doing this for the rest of your life. And if you continue like this, you're going to marry someone who's going to be horrible, and you're going to live miserable for the rest of your life, and because you're refusing to do something about it. So yes, for the longest time I was in toxic situationships. I allowed guys to treat me horribly, because unfortunately for me that was familiar, like the drama and all that. You can get addicted to that life, and I think for a moment there I was addicted to that thrill and that excitement. Oh, I'm chasing this guy, and then I get him, and oh, the excitement. And but it was so exhausting. It was so exhausting. Anyone who's in a toxic relationship, like, aren't you tired? Because for me, I genuinely got tired, and I was like, I cannot do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. And I had to learn and figure out what it is that I needed to do to be able to stop being in such relationships. Einstein described insanity as doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. And so I needed to change some factors. Like, what is it that I'm doing? So these days, like, when I meet a guy and like the red flags are just right there in the middle, the minute I see a red flag, I run in the opposite direction, because I do not have the time to waste. I don't have the time or the energy. Like, I don't have the time. I don't know if it's age, but I thank the Lord, it's God's grace, because I don't have time or energy to tolerate those things that I used to tolerate. Advice that I would give to anyone who's in a toxic relationship or coming out of a toxic relationship. I realized that forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. For the longest time, I was very angry with myself because I let those things happen to me. Like, Sonia, how could you let this happen? How could you let this happen? How could you let this guy walk all over you like this? How could you be sitting here in a hotel room crying because of a man? When I look back, I'm just like, why, how? Love yourself more, girl. Love yourself. And now I do love myself, and that's why I am not going to allow myself to be in a toxic relationship. Anytime I see red flags, run, because when someone tells you who they are, believe them. What? Jason. Okay. Are you in a relationship? If not, why not? No, like, clearly I've told you guys I'm not in a relationship. I have been single for 7 years. It's crazy. This is my 8th year. I used to see people talking like that on TV, and I'm like, is that have I had some situationships in between? Absolutely. I had an ex over there that I also like was really holding on to. But to be honest, you need to let go of the past. You need to let go of your exes if you want to move on. So I'm single because I completely need to heal and not have any baggage. And yeah, to be honest, the next question here is, what do you hate about the idea of being with someone? To be honest, I'm terrified that, again, I will probably invest my energy and my time and myself into someone, and then it's going to end and my heart is going to be broken, and I'm going to feel like I wasted time. There's so many factors as to why I'm single. And I'm not saying that I'm necessarily single just because I'm scared. I think when you meet the right person, you just meet the right person. When you know. Yeah. And for now, I am definitely not planning on settling just to be with someone for the sake of, to make society happy. That's not me. I'm not going to be with someone. I'm not going to settle with someone just so that people can stop asking me, when are you going to find someone? When are you going to get married? So right now I'm single and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about where I am. Do I want to be in a relationship? Yes, eventually. And I think it will come at the right time, because right now I feel like there are a lot of things about my life that I need to build before I can invite someone. Invite someone. I saw something. I saw something. I have to find it. So it says, it's important for you to sort out your life before inflicting it on someone else. And that one touched me to the core. Because for sure, like, we all have issues and we all have traumas. Like, so you need to be able to face those traumas before you want to introduce them to someone else. Because if you can't deal with your own drama and your own, like, demons, how are you expecting someone else to deal with them? So yeah, this is why therapy is important, and reflection. And guys, I could go into detail with all this forever, but yes, like, it's so important to heal, and I am really, really trying to heal, and I have a lot to heal from. And that is only because I refuse to, or I didn't recognize the fact that I need to heal from these things before I got into, like, the next relationship and the next relationship. Because for me, I prefer to be in a relationship, to be honest. I am a monogamist. I am good at being in a relationship. Like, well, it's been long since I was in a relationship, but when I was in a relationship, I'm great at it. Like, it's easy for me. That to me comes as second nature. But at the end of the day, right now, I'm just like guarding my heart with all that I have. God says that you guard your heart because everything you do flows from it. And so, again, I'm not trying to be a hurt person who's hurting other people. No, 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 no. I am loved, and I'm out here giving love, and that is what I hope to get in return. So yes.